Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'll be sharing two of my interests, transhumanism and anime. I am not over-exaggerating when I say that transhumanism is the future.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm presenting these two topics because sci-fi anime is what inspired me, gave me direction for my scientific exploration. So let's start with what I mean when I say that I am a transhumanist. Transhumanism is a movement that aims to develop the human condition by developing technologies that improve our intellectual, physical, and psychological abilities. We are the future. Transhumanism will change the very concept of evolution and allow individuals like you and me to progress to the next level. Due to time constraints, I'll only be talking about two topics, cyborgs and genetic manipulation. There are many more ways, but I'm only focusing on these two and show you examples using sci-fi anime. Firstly, in the cyborg world, we have super strength band metal, the ability to shoot rockets out of limbs and breathe fire. My favorite. You have first speed, or my favorite, telekinesis and psychic powers. And you have the usual boring flights. Combat abilities aside, being a cyborg can also make our lives easier. Imagine typing your 3,000 word essay in just minutes. You can become the ultimate keyboard warrior and make computers do your very bidding. Or, best of all, you can analyze the world differently and declare anime to be it's over 9,000. So these ideas are slowly being realized. The industrial sector has created exosuits for industrial applications to make safety easier and increase efficiency. The US Army has made more complicated exosuits for military applications. Lastly, consumers like you and me can have access to these extra-sensory haptic feedback suits. These cyber enhancements are still preferable to a fully robotic android. This is simply because the irrational human concepts of morality and ethics are beyond the grasp of logical computers. That is why transhumanism still requires humans to be in control to make these irrational human decisions. The second, and my favorite way, is to do through genetic manipulation. The merging of man and machine can be complicated. So why not just grow a transhuman from birth? DNA is the code for life, and changing it will affect the entire organism. The Chinese seem to do it, and other countries want it too.
As you know, dieroids are more often than not diplomats and servants, and like your friend Hitomi, ministers of political affairs.
So, as you can see from this short anime clip, we can delete certain detrimental traits to allow us to perform a specific job with the greatest efficiency. Eventually, such technology will develop to the point where we can toggle these traits on and off to adapt to different situations. Or, we can grant some new abilities such as the regeneration of lost limbs and use it to fight aliens from outer space, as you will see in the next video. Japan.
成功の持つ治癒能力のおかげであなたたちパンドラは本人の DNA を外欠損部位を再生体の一部を失っても傷跡すら残さずに治癒できます
Very PG, no more. Okay, so similar to cyborgs, the idea of using genetics as a means for creating transhuman is not that far-fetched. The ideas shown in these anime are eventually achievable. We have been cloning sheep and meddling with GM food. I, as a budding scientist, have begun to look into ways to create a transhuman through genetics. By the time I am 50, I want to start a company working on immortality through genetics. I aim to do so using man-made DNA because it's something that human body has no immune response to. So, if in 2044 you're looking for a job in this area, please do find me. I'm looking for CEO, CIO, etc., etc. So, one of the first research projects I have done involved the use of embryonic stem cells. Basically, the lab I was interested in was studying the genetics of human diseases. And in order to do so, we will try to generate our own line of defective organs to study the progression of the disease and how to treat it. So for me, by controlling the growth environments of these embryonic stem cells in the future, I hope to be able to generate test samples for my immortality-inducing drugs without having to harvest from any live animals or humans, no ethical problems. Eventually, I hope to grow a biologically immortal human, transhuman, from the egg. Another project that I'm currently working on involves cross-kingdom genetic transfer. Basically, I'm studying how certain bacteria are able to inject their bacterial DNA into a plant cell through its cell wall without harming the plant, and infect the plant to do its bidding. This kind of biosyringe used by these bacteria can be a possible way for me to introduce my immortality genes into human cells. I will be using specialized delivery particles like nanoparticles to target human stem cells without damaging the cell membrane. The immortality gene will then allow an adult to stay young forever, with regular use of my drugs, of course. Such groundbreaking works will have the ethical repercussions. There will be issues with the transhuman-human divide, or the affordability of such technologies, and problems with who should live forever. So if any of you are keen to discuss this, please, let's talk, start a conversation. So far, I have shown you two ways through which we can obtain transhuman in the near future. So creating cyborgs with special abilities like limbs and, or genetic manipulation, the cool one, the sci-fi one. This is one very possible path humanity will take to evolve in the coming years. And I want to play a part. I would like to conclude with that. One of our greatest threats in the future will be the singularity, where machines will surpass the processing powers of humans and get rid of problems such as lags. And eventually, who will rule over who? Only through transhumans can we fight against these computer overlords. Thank you.